Let's do this. But before I begin, I will throw up some beneficial information up on the screen right there. So you're going to want to check that out, look into that. And yeah, I don't know why I make that sound. I played a game from this developer on the channel yesterday and enjoyed it so much that I'm going to play this game. This is another one of their games that you can play for nothing. I highly recommend these games. So let's do this. Start. The Curse of the 10-Day Dream is the type of legend you should never read, because it's the type that, once read, attaches itself to you. I didn't listen, and now the dream has begun. The first dream was simple. I was in my own room, but it felt wrong. The shadows were too deep, the silence too loud. See, I want to turn those down a little bit lower. I like them to see them being read. Let's try that. And then she was there. Hello. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Also want to take a look at this first picture here. Looks like there's some sort of void or black. I don't know what this is. Being. Entity. I like this cord dropping right here and that it's not plugged in. So you can't turn it on. The girl. I really like her little thing here. I thought I would slowly go through the art style on this one because I really enjoyed the previous game's art style. And this one's a little bit different. It has some reds in there, burgundy. And yeah, I'm going to go up with the music once again. And put this down a little lower. Try that. May I ask you a question? Sure. Her voice was like quiet static. The legend said I had to be polite. Of course. Now these I had to get used to. These are choices, obviously. But I like when you can do this and change that. That I really like. Of course you can. Thank you. That is all for now. She smiled, a small, unsettling curve of her lips, and the dream began to fade. The second night she returned. I'm so glad you're back. Will you play a game with me? A game? The story mentioned this. I had to choose one. Hide and seek. Yeah, let's play. Hide and seek. Wonderful. I'll hide first. She giggled. A sound like crackling ice and vanished. The world dissolved into comforting blackness before I could even start counting. It seems like this is leading up to something. Oh. A different turn. Okay. The third night I was no longer in my room. We stood on a path under a bruised purple sky. And I want to go up with this again. It's different audio, so you have to sometimes tweak it. I really like it. This reminds me of Dali. If you've ever heard of Dali, Salvador. Definitely reminds me of it. It is not the same, but it just reminds me of it. If you've seen some of his stuff, you might know what I'm talking about. I love this right here. The cracks are the tree's shadow. That is awesome. These look like shadows and cracks at the same time. This is beautiful picture here. I'm gonna actually just do that so I can get a screenshot of that. The girl stood beside me, silent. Then from the gloom they appeared. Two figures. One had the head of a dead lady and was pushing a stroller. The other, inside the stroller, had the head of a dead dog. This thing barely fits on this page. Look. I really like when you have to fit things in here just like this, because when you're creating the game, you have to change the font and the size and zoom in and zoom out to do that. I really love that process. I don't know why, but I noticed it here. Whoa, that is awesome. Look at her. One of them is wrong. I love the black carriage. Wow, I gotta get another screenshot here. Look at this art. I love this. This is just really good. Look at the baby in the stroller. You can't see it here, but you can see it here. Wow, she looks so awesome. If you saw somebody walking down the road like this, what do you think that's going to make you feel inside? Especially at nighttime. Destroy the wrong one for me. Which one was wrong? The dead lady pushing or the dead dog riding? My mind raced. This felt like a truck. Destroy? I don't want to destroy anything. But the fact that I can... I need to do this. Something's different with the audio in this game. You can barely hear it. There we go. It's going to be super loud because I'm doing that, I bet. I'm not going to destroy either. Let's do that. Wrong choice. I knew it. Both figures... Oh, that was awesome. Screen shake. Both figures turned to look at me, their heads tilting in unison. An overwhelming sense of dread washed over me as the dream tore itself apart. I woke up trembling. The choice would be there again tonight. The third night, I was no longer in my room. We stood on a path under a bruised purple sky. It is bruised purple, look. It's the color bruised purple. The girl stood beside me, silent. Then, from the gloom, they appeared. Two figures. One had the head of a dead lady and was pushing a stroller. The other, inside the stroller, had the head of a dead dog. One of them is wrong. I thought I saw this already. Destroy the wrong one for... Oh, wait. Which one was wrong? The dead lady pushing or the dead dog riding? My mind raced. This felt like a trick. So, what did I lose? I have to do it over? Okay. The lady's head, the figure with the dog's head. No. I don't want to do this. How about the dog? I know it. Both figures turned to look at me, their heads tilting in unison, and overwhelming sense of dread. So you have to win. You have to get through it. Let's quickly get back. Since you have to. I mean, this is fine. So the lady's head. As the thought entered my mind, the cat-headed figure dissolved into smoke. The dog-headed one remained, nodding slowly. You chose well. The world faded. So why am I supposed to know that? And what's this? I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little white piece here. I don't know what that is. There's also white over here. I don't know why, but that's fine. I like it. It's aesthetically pleasing. Day 4, a desolate park, a single rusted swing set creaked in a non-existent wind. No wind? So these don't move? Rust here? I like this. I love this picture. Let me get another screenshot there. Alright. Look. She pointed to the sky. A strange old-fashioned airship was descending, silent and vast. We have to get on, now. It was moving faster than it looked. There was no time to hesitate. What are these? I like that, but why is it purple? Wait. Run for the airship. It's a trap. Let's hide. Wait, what is that? That one. We're out of time. The airship began to rise. Its hum growing louder. It was already too far away. Her look of panic was the last thing I saw before the dream ended abruptly, leaving me in a cold sweat. Don't tell me I lost again. I'd missed my chance. I'd have to be faster next time. Day 4, a desolate park. So you have to get the right choice or you go back and have to do it all. I've never exactly... It's tough for me to remember doing this. I like it. It's something you have to get used to. These choices and having to redo things. Look. She pointed to the sky. Strange old-fashioned air was descending, silent and vast. We have to get on now. It was moving faster. Okay. So this time I have to get it right. It's a trap. Let's hide. We're out of time.
The airship began to rise, its hum growing louder. It was already too far away. Her look of panic was the last thing I saw. Don't tell me I got it wrong again. See, I'm not sure if I'm big on this. Like the way you have to keep doing it over and over. I mean, it is what it is, though. That's the thing. It is what it is. So now I have to finally get it right here. And what would really, what you would really screw me up is if you change these, put this one here. Because that means you're not paying attention, right? Well, we're going to run for the airship. We ran, the ground feeling like mud under my feet. We reached the dangling rope ladder just in time, pulling ourselves aboard as the park shrank below. We're on it. The inside of the airship was unnervingly quiet. It was filled with other people, all of them sitting silently, their faces pale and drawn. Okay, I recognized them, not personally, but I knew who they were. They were the others who had heard their story. The story. We need to find a seat. I scanned the rows. Most were full. Finding 2 seats together seemed impossible. We're going to go with... I'm not telling anybody to move. Point to 2 empty seats together in the back. This one, maybe? No, that's not right. We have to be together. Come on! A low murmur rippled through the other passengers. They all turned their heads in unison, their eyes empty and accusing. The pressure of their stare was immense. The dream buckled under the collective judgment that you have to do it all over again. I awoke with a crushing weight on my chest. We had to find the right seats. The inside of the airship. Okay, read that. I read that already. We need to find a seat. Scan the rows. We're full. Oh, it said finding 2 seats, so it's this one. My eyes caught it. A pair of empty seats in the room was shrouded in shadow. We quickly made our way there and sat down. Good. We can rest for a moment. Oh, okay. I'm getting it. I'm learning. It's all in the previous answers, what to choose. As soon as we sat, the world outside the windows dissolved into a blur and the dream faded. I love that, what I just figured out. The answer to the choice is in the previous things. The 6th night we were in a long, narrow corridor on the airship. Doors and brass numbered lined the walls. I love the sound there. We need to find the right cabin. Which one is it? I don't know the number, but you'll know it when you see it. Her answer was no help at all. I looked down the endless hallway. The numbers seemed to shift and blur. Great. Let's see. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm very much engaged with this game, so I'm going to save it. Boom. Go to the main menu. And leave you wanting more of this game. I will throw up the beneficial information back up on the screen right there. You're going to want to check that out, definitely. And play this game, definitely. Highly recommend both this game as well as the other game that I played. I'm very much enjoying these games and will definitely be playing more of them. And if you like what you see, consider liking and subscribing for more content just like this. We'll play both new games you not know about as well as deals you may not know about in genres that you might just not know about. This was 10 Day Dream.